world, so many people try to decide a woman's worth by looking at her outside, her face, her figure, her paycheck, how many people like her posts, how many heads turn when she walks into a room. But none of that is where real value lives. Real value is not handed to you by the crowd. It is built inside you, in your relationship with God, in the strength of your character, in the quiet light you carry that no camera can capture. Today, I want to sit with you and talk about what it truly means to become a high-value woman. Not high value in the eyes of a scrolling timeline. Not high value by the standards of a culture that changes its mind every season. High value in the eyes of the divine, and high value in your own eyes when no one else is watching. Because here is the truth. The day you finally see your own worth clearly, the world loses its power to make you feel small. A high-value woman is not created by status, by money, by beauty, or by attention. She is built from dignity, self-respect, kindness, strength of character, and an unshakable trust in God's timing. So let's walk through this together. The qualities that make a woman priceless. Not priceless to the world first, but priceless to herself first. Part 1. The foundation of self-respect. If we're going to talk about becoming a high-value woman, we have to start at the foundation, and that foundation is self-respect. A woman who respects herself carries a kind of strength that nobody can shake, because it isn't built on anything external. It isn't arrogance. It isn't ego. It is the calm, steady knowledge of who she is, what she stands for, and what she will never allow into her life again. Out in the world, people will constantly try to price you. They'll look at your appearance, your bank account, the compliments you receive, and try to hand you a number. Society loves to confuse popularity with worth, but your value was never meant to be counted in likes, followers, flattering words, or things you own. Real worth is grown from the inside, from how you treat yourself when nobody is looking, from the grace in the way you carry yourself, from the boundaries you build to protect your own peace. Let me give you a picture. Take $100 bill, fold it, crumple it, drop it in the mud, step on it. It is still, in every single way, worth $100. Nothing that happened to it on the outside changed its value. A woman with self-respect understands this in her bones. Life can get messy. People can talk. Someone can try to break her down. None of it lowers her worth, because her worth was never sitting on the outside to begin with. It is rooted in her self-respect, and nothing outside of her can touch it. A high-value woman does not beg to be loved, noticed, or accepted. She does not shrink her standards just to keep the peace. She refuses to normalize disrespect, because she understands something simple but powerful. If you allow disrespect once, it quietly becomes a pattern. So instead, she teaches people how to treat her through the way she treats herself. When she walks with dignity, the room responds with respect. When she guards her time, her energy, her emotions, people learn, often without a word being said, to stop wasting them. Picture your life as a beautiful home with open gates. Leave the gates open to anyone, and eventually someone walks in, makes a mess, and disappears without a trace. But when you decide who gets access, who is allowed through the gate, and who isn't, your home stays peaceful, protected, and respected. Your self-respect works the exact same way. It is the gatekeeper of your heart, your mind, your energy. Not everyone has earned the right to enter. Now imagine a woman in a relationship where she'd constantly overlooked, her feelings brushed aside, her voice ignored, her dreams treated as unimportant. If she stays quiet, hoping things will somehow fix themselves, she isn't practicing self-respect, she's practicing self-abandonment. But if she finally says, "This isn't how I deserve to be treated. I deserve to be valued. I deserve to be heard," that is self-respect in action. She might lose that relationship, but she will not lose herself, and losing a relationship is nothing compared to losing yourself. Self-respect also shows up in something as small as the word no. So many women feel guilty saying no, even to requests that quietly drain them dry. But hear this clearly, saying no to what doesn't serve your growth is really saying yes to your peace and your purpose. Every time you protect a boundary, you teach the people around you, slowly but surely, to respect it too. Think about a woman at work who keeps absorbing every extra task thrown her way. For a while, everyone calls her a team player. but eventually she's exhausted, stretched thin, running on empty. Now picture the same woman saying instead, I can give you excellent work within this workload. Beyond that, the quality will suffer. That isn't rudeness. That is a woman who values her own time and energy enough to protect it. And over time, people don't respect her less for it, they respect her more. Here's something else worth saying plainly. Self-respect is shaped by how you speak to yourself. Often, the harshest voice a woman hears isn't the world's, it's her own. A high-value woman refuses to insult herself in the mirror. She doesn't call herself weak, unworthy, or unlovable. Instead, she speaks to herself the way she'd speak to someone she deeply cared about, with encouragement, with patience, with kindness. Because when you respect yourself on the inside, it radiates outward. People can feel it. They can sense the energy of a woman who moves through life with quiet confidence and genuine self-love. And that energy earns respect without her ever having to demand it. And remember this, the deepest form of self-respect comes from understanding that you were made with intention. You are not an accident. You were not thrown together by chance. You were shaped with care, formed with purpose, and given a worth that was never up for negotiation. If the very source of all creation put such thought into making you, how could you ever look at yourself as anything less than valuable? So walk with dignity. Speak with quiet confidence. Wear your invisible crown in a way that's impossible to miss. Refuse to let other people's opinions write your story. Refuse to let a single hard season convince you that you're less than you are. Stand tall in your self-respect, because the moment you honor who you are, the world quietly learns to honor you back. Part 2. Anchored in faith, her connection with God. If self-respect is the crown, her connection with God is the root system that holds her steady through every storm. This bond is what makes a high-value woman calm even in chaos, peaceful even in uncertainty, and bright even in darkness. No matter what shakes around her, a woman who walks closely with God carries a kind of confidence nothing else can offer. She may bend under pressure, but she does not break. She may stumble, but she never completely falls apart, because she knows, deep down, that she is never walking alone. Life brings heartbreak. It brings failure, betrayal, disappointment to every single one of us. Some people let these moments crush them completely, but a high-value woman draws her strength not from a world that constantly shifts beneath her feet, but from the unchanging presence of God. When the world turns its back, she remembers God does not. When people misjudge her, she remembers God sees her heart clearly. When others forget her worth, she remembers her value was given by her Creator, and no person on earth has the power to take it away. Picture a young woman living under constant pressure. Pressure about her career, her looks, her relationship status, always trying to satisfy everyone around her while slowly losing herself in the process. Then one day, she pauses. She steps away from the noise. She sits quietly, in prayer, in stillness, in reflection. In that quiet moment, peace begins to settle over her heart. She realizes she doesn't need to prove her worth to anyone. She only needs to stay true to what God placed within her. That single moment of connection gives her more strength than 1,000 outside compliments ever could. A high-value woman understands that staying close to God means she is never truly alone. Even in her most solitary moments, she feels held. Even in pain, she feels comforted. Even in confusion, she feels quietly guided. This spiritual anchor becomes her inner compass. It shapes her choices. It deepens her patience. It strengthens the very core of her character. Think of a tree standing through a violent storm. Wind slams against it. Rain beats down relentlessly, but it does not fall because its roots run deep beneath the surface. A high-value woman stands the same way. Storms will come into her life, but she remains steady because her roots are sunk deep into her faith. While others may panic or lose all hope, she stays composed, not because life is easier for her, but because she trusts something greater is holding her steady. Now picture her at work, giving her very best, yet still facing unfair criticism, or being consistently overlooked. Many people would crumble under that kind of pressure and start doubting their own worth. But a spiritually grounded woman responds differently. Rather than drowning in frustration, she hands the situation over to God, quietly reminding herself, "What is meant for me will find its way to me. No one can block a blessing meant for my life." With that mindset, she keeps showing up with honesty and patience. No bitterness, no resentment, and in time, that patience is rewarded. Recognition finds her, respect finds her, not because she fought loudest, but because she stayed calm, trusting, and steady. This spiritual grounding also gives her the courage to release what no longer serves her. Sometimes we cling to toxic relationships, harmful habits, or draining environments simply because we're afraid of being alone. But a woman who trusts God understands that when something leaves her life, it's making room for something better. She doesn't fear endings because she believes in divine new beginnings. She doesn't collapse over closed doors because she knows every closed door makes space for another to open. This connection reshapes how she treats other people too. A woman who feels loved by God naturally extends that love outward. She stops competing, she stops comparing, she stops envying because she understands everyone is walking their own path, in their own time. Instead, she lifts others up. She encourages, she supports. Her spiritual presence becomes so steady and warm that people simply feel safer around her. And here's something important to remember. Being spiritually grounded does not mean life becomes free of problems. Challenges will still come. Pain will still come. What changes is her response. A high-value woman doesn't crumble under pressure. She kneels in prayer. She strengthens her spirit through faith. She keeps moving forward, one steady step at a time. Her struggles don't destroy her, they refine her into someone wiser, someone stronger, someone more radiant than before. So ask yourself honestly, how do you begin your mornings? Do you wake up and immediately start scrolling, absorbing everyone else's opinions before your feet even touch the floor? Or do you begin in stillness, in gratitude, in quiet prayer, reminding yourself that you are guided by something far greater than the noise around you? A woman who starts her day rooted in God carries that same calm through every hour that follows. She becomes like a steady river, calm, nourishing, unstoppable in her quiet flow. Remember this always: beauty fades, status shifts, possessions come and go, but your connection with God is timeless. That connection is your true treasure, your real wealth, your true crown. When you stay rooted there, nothing in this world can shake your worth. People may misunderstand you, society may try to label you, but deep in your soul, you will always know, I am valuable because I come from the divine. My worth is eternal. My light cannot be dimmed. My path is guided. So hold on to your faith, sisters. Strengthen that bond daily. Be grateful in the good seasons. Be patient in the hard ones. Trust the plan, even in confusion. The more deeply rooted you become in that connection, the more steady, powerful, and high value you become in every corner of your life. Part 3. The power of emotional stability. One of the most defining qualities of a high-value woman is her emotional stability. In a world where people react instantly, get provoked easily, and get rattled by every small inconvenience, she becomes the calm center in the middle of the storm. This doesn't mean she doesn't feel things deeply, she does. The difference is that her emotions don't control her. She understands them, manages them, and responds with wisdom instead of impulse. There's a common myth today that emotional strength means being cold or detached. But real strength was never about shutting your feelings down. It's about facing them honestly, processing them fully, and choosing a response that builds rather than one that destroys. A high-value woman refuses to let a fleeting emotion create a permanent regret. She knows that anger, fear, and jealousy are all normal human experiences, but she doesn't let them take the wheel. Instead of reacting instantly, she pauses, she reflects, then she responds with clarity. Picture a glass of water, shake it violently, and it turns cloudy and chaotic. Let it sit still, and it settles into something calm and clear. Your mind and heart behave exactly the same way. Every time you let a careless comment, a setback, or a disappointment shake you completely, you lose your inner peace. But when you learn to remain steady inside, even while the world shakes around you, you gain clarity, and that clarity becomes real power. That is emotional stability. Now picture a woman working in a genuinely stressful environment. Co-workers gossip behind her back. Her manager criticizes unfairly. Deadlines never let up. Most people in her position would either shut down or lash out, but she chooses calm instead. She treats criticism as fuel for growth. She lets gossip pass without absorbing it. She manages her time with quiet wisdom. Her emotional maturity protects her peace, and without even trying, she earns a kind of silent respect from everyone around her, admired not just for her competence, but for her composure. The same principle shows up in relationships. A woman without emotional grounding might argue constantly, second-guess herself, or chase endless reassurance. But a high-value woman doesn't let fear steer her relationships. She speaks her mind clearly instead of raising her voice. She listens with genuine empathy instead of rushing to judge. And she walks away from disrespect rather than clinging to something that hurts her. Her calm becomes magnetic because people can feel that they are safe around her. Now, emotional strength does not mean she never cries, never breaks down, never feels hurt. Crying is not weakness, it's release. Pain is not weakness either, it's simply part of being human. What separates a high-value woman is that she refuses to stay trapped in her pain. She feels it fully, she accepts it honestly, and then she chooses, deliberately, to rise back up. She never lets one difficult day spiral into a difficult life. She knows how to soothe her emotions, how to breathe through the hard moments, how to ground herself, and how to keep moving forward with grace intact. Life will always test you. Disappointment, confusion, rejection, and loss are simply part of the human experience. But emotional strength is the shield that keeps these tests from breaking you apart. Think about heartbreak. So many people completely lose themselves the moment someone walks away. But a high-value woman says instead, yes, this hurts. Yes, I will cry. But this is not the end of my story. Something greater is still ahead of me. That single mindset shift transforms her pain into wisdom, her tears into understanding, her heartbreak into growth. The greatest gift emotional stability offers is freedom. Freedom from being controlled by your circumstances. Freedom from being manipulated by other people. Freedom from being trapped by your own instant reactions. When you learn to steer your emotions, you learn to steer your entire life. People may try to push you, life may try to shake you, but you remain standing, steady as a mountain, and that steadiness is precisely what makes you high value. And here's the beautiful part. When a woman becomes emotionally stable, she quietly becomes a source of light for everyone around her. Her children absorb strength from her calm. Her friends lean on her clarity. Her co-workers trust her steady leadership without ever trying to prove anything. She becomes a pillar, not because she speaks the loudest, but because she stands the strongest. Think of a candle in total darkness. When the wind rushes in, weak flames go out instantly, but a strong flame keeps burning steady. A high-value woman's emotional stability is exactly like that strong flame. No matter how dark things get around her, her inner light continues to glow, and because of that glow, other people find their way too. So train your heart to stay steady. When anger rises, pause before you speak. When fear creeps in, remind yourself that it will pass. When sadness comes, let yourself feel it fully, but don't drown in it. With every challenge, ask yourself one simple question. How can I respond with wisdom instead of pure reaction? Over time, your strength will grow like steel, firm, unshakable, quietly radiant. Storms will always come, but emotional strength teaches you to dance in the rain instead of hiding from it. Challenges will always appear, but emotional stability lets you stand tall right in the center of the storm. That, truly, is the beauty of a high-value woman. Her emotions do not command her, she commands them, and that alone makes her a force the world simply cannot overlook. Part 4. Living with purpose and passion. A high-value woman is never someone who simply drifts through life, checking off boxes society hands her or doing whatever everyone else expects. She lives with purpose. She lives with passion. She understands deeply that her life is not a coincidence, her existence is not random, and her journey is not meaningless. God placed specific gifts, talents, and dreams inside her, and her responsibility isn't to shrink them, it's to honor them by living fully and honestly.